Okay. So it says we're live in Facebook, and because this is my first time doing the Zoom, I just want to make sure that you can hear me okay.
I can hear you.
Okay, great. And we're recording, so this will work, and we'll be able to share it to multiple platforms and groups and everything else. So awesome. Okay, cool. So on here, I do not, like on the platform that I'm looking at right now, my screen, I just see your face. I don't see any of the comments within Facebook Live at all. And that's probably good for my own distraction and ADD. I can't see who else there, like if there are any other participants or anything, I can't see them either right now. So I'm thankful you're here to help me.
I'm glad to be here. I will keep Facebook open so I can see
Okay.
if people on the live are submitting questions, but I'll mute myself so I don't interrupt you.
Cool. All right. And let me make the screen as big as I can here. And yeah, and then we'll be live, and then we can edit obviously for other things later. So, all right, well, it's 10 o'clock. And my name's Rebecca Del Pozo, and I'm coming to you live from my house here in University Place, Washington. And we are in the midst of uncertain times. And in conversation with Erin last week, you know, we had said, what could we do? What could we offer to people who are, you know, in the same boat that we are? We're navigating our way through uncharted waters, uncharted territory. And yes, there are people who have gone through difficult times and seasons in their lives, and so we can pull from, you know, what happened in the real estate shift of 2008 and 9. However, this is very different. And so for me personally, what I've been challenged to do is think about what can I control right now. And so that's where I thought, you know, I can share a little bit of my story with everyone and explain why I believe that right now, more than ever before, it's so vital that people look at multiple income streams so that when, you know, things do adjust and life happens, we've got options. So this is our first Zoom live recording, and so bear with us as we navigate and figure out how to do this. Hi, Marlon, thanks for joining in.
Hi, morning. Yes,
So,
thank you.
As of right now, I'm going to keep everybody's audio on so that if there are questions, you can interact with us. If it gets too noisy or crazy, then we may mute people. But I'd love to have this be interactive. So let me go to my gallery view, and all right, cool. Great. Well, let's take a quick minute and introduce ourselves and just share, you know, why you chose to join me today. So Marlon, you want to start us off?
Yeah, why not? Hi, everyone. My name is Marlon. I am from Cuba, and for some reason, I've been developing a passion for real estate. I never imagined that would be something that it will come to my life. But it's like, you know, it's like if you see it around and you see that, you know, how crazy market can be, and prices and everything, and the flexibility of the time, and, you know, it's one of the job opportunities where you can manage your own time, you know. And as Rebecca was talking about, you know, it's a very good stream of, you know, an extra income. for this kind of difficult times, where everybody's kind of laid off, and and you see how fragile your work, place can be, or your income from your work can be.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm very, very interested on knowing more about real estate.
Yeah, and
About
Marlon and I
guys,
met.
especially ones.
Yeah, we met because of friends who connected us, and Mike and I were a part of Marlon buying his first property ever. And
Yeah.
then when he became an official real estate investor, purchasing another income producing property as well. So glad you're here. Josh?
Yeah, thank you so much for the chance.
Yes, everybody. My name is Josh Bellinger, and I am excited to. Can everybody hear me? Okay. Okay. Cool.
Yes.
I'm excited to obviously be here with you guys all, meet you all. I am, to make a very long story very, very short, I am just looking at new opportunities for my family. I've been working in education and coaching football for a lot of years. And in the world of education, I've always had jobs where I've had a set amount of income, which is obviously on one end, a little bit of job security and knowing how much money is going to be coming in. But at the same time, too, just feeling like having to be on a paycheck to paycheck fixed income is definitely tough, especially when obviously things are always changing with family. I have 2 kids, and they're involved in every sport, everything in the world, and all of the money and the things that come into all of that. Just looking at, like I said, as I get, some people will still say I'm young, but as I get older, just looking at opportunities to look at multiple revenue streams and have money coming in from a couple different places is extremely important to me. I've always enjoyed the idea of real estate. My mom owns a couple properties, so we always, I remember always going to look at houses with her, and just the idea of going and looking at something brand new is also cool. So I've always enjoyed it, but never have gotten into it until now. And obviously with whatever all that's going on with our country at the moment, I just thought that there was no time like now where I am having to be at home. And my job is my regular job. I usually do events and stuff for schools, which I can't do any of those events. So while my job is trying to keep me busy working from home, there's only so much work I can do without working with counselors and schools and districts. So I have a lot of extra time right now where I'm trying to, I'm actually doing the real estate license class right now through Rockwell that I started on Sunday. So
awesome. So glad you're here. Erin?
Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Erin. I'm Rebecca's executive assistant. I've had my real estate license for several years, and I got it initially to help Rebecca with transaction-related stuff in her business. But I think in the last year or so, and especially now with what's going on, I'm starting to see the importance of having more than one income stream, not just for situations like this, but also when I think about what my goals are for my future, that I think that there are ways that I could be using my real estate license that maybe I'm not using it to its full potential at the moment. And so I think this is a good, although I have attended a career tour years ago, I think this is a good refresher for me, just in like, okay, what are the ways that I could put that license to maximum effect for me, because it's hard work to get it and to maintain it. And I feel like I'm missing some opportunity there. So
awesome. So what I'll do is I'll just kind of give an overview, and then I'll kind of give you my short condensed presentation, and then we'll open it up for questions and answers. Sound good? At any point, you guys are free to mute yourself. You should see the little microphone icon where you can mute yourself if there's any kind of echo or background noise of any kind, and I'll get started. So my story, I got licensed in 2003, and I've been with Keller Williams my entire career. At the time, I had gone and interviewed the big names in real estate, Remax, Coldwell Banker, a couple of local regionals like Windermere and John L. Scott. However, at the end of the day, I chose Keller Williams because of their faith-based belief system, which is God, family, then business. And I also chose them because of their extreme importance to education for their agents, in the books that they recommend for reading, in the speakers that they were bringing in, like John Maxwell and, you know, Tony Robbins, and just people who had life experience that were willing to share. And so with Keller Williams, it's different than the other brokerages, because other brokerages function kind of the old-fashioned way of real estate, is that the broker is the boss and you, the agent, are kind of the minion. You're kind of the person that, you know, hangs under their umbrella. At Keller Williams, you're considered a partner. So you can literally put that on your business card from day one, because we're a profit sharing company. We're completely debt free, and we're completely privately held. So right now, in uncertain times within the world, we're not concerned about the health and longevity of our business, and the company as a whole is secure because we're privately held. And that is not the same as all of the other big name companies that I just mentioned. The other thing that's really unique about Keller Williams is that our CEO, Gary Keller, is the only CEO of all the big five in real estate that have ever sold homes. He's the only one that's ever been a real estate agent. And so imagine that you've got the CEO at the helm of this company who has gone through multiple real estate shifts and has sold houses, understands where we're at as real estate agents, creating all this material for us. And so that's why I stay at Keller Williams and have no reason to ever look elsewhere. So the cool part about Keller Williams, and I'm going to draw just a few diagrams, is that the day that you get your real estate license and join Keller Williams, you have 4 income streams that are set up for you right off the bat. You have your real estate sales, and then you've got these 4 others that we're going to talk about. So the first one is local real estate sales. So when you hear of someone thinking of selling their home, buying a home, or investing, they call you, they talk to you. You're the one that sits down and walks them through the process, and you earn a commission when that sale closes. So that's income stream number 1. The second income stream is, well, and then go back 1 second. There's a recipe book, and it's called The Millionaire Real Estate Agent. And if you don't have a copy of this, let me know, and I'd be happy to get you one. Ultimately, Gary Keller went and he created a book by research. He went and researched the top producing agents at the time and said, how can you net $1 million in your real estate business? And what's cool about the book is that in the very back, it's got pictures of people and stories of how they net $1 million in their business. So we read that book, it's like a recipe book. We apply it to our businesses grow. The next book he went on to write is regarding investing, The Millionaire Real Estate Investor. And so as real estate agents, when we're walking through property, the first question we're asking ourselves is, should I buy this property, or should I help this seller sell this property? Well, I can't ask myself the first question if I don't have money, right? And then so to have money, I need to get out of debt. And I don't even know what the statistics are right now of how many dollars or thousands of dollars the average American household has in debt. So we talk about those things. We talk about the expense exercise, where you take your last 2 months of bank statements and you go through credit card, bank statements, everything with a highlighter, and you ask yourself the question, is this a need? Could I cut this right now to be able to save money so that I can save as much as possible to get out of debt, to have the money so that when I go into that listing appointment, I can ask myself the question, should I buy this? So we have training classes and workshops on how you can become a real estate investor. The next one is referrals, and I'm going to share my screen with you at the end. So if you remind me, Erin, I'll share my screen. At Keller Williams, we're a part of the world's largest referral network. So what that means is that here I am in, Washington State, and Marlon sees a property in Hawaii, and he emails us and says, hey guys, what's up with this property? It looks like a great deal. And then we connect him with a local agent in Hawaii. Now, on the back side of that communication, there's this unwritten rule in real estate. And it's that if I, the real estate agent here in Washington State, refer Marlon to the agent in Hawaii, there's a 25% commission. 25% of the commission earned is shared back to me, the agent who helped connect those two people. And this is where I'll pause. When you hear people talk about, oh, I'm going to go and deliver pizzas or drive Uber or look for ways to make a side hustle or an additional income stream, imagine that you get your real estate license and you don't even do the local selling part. You just do referrals. If you've got friends, family, we've got technology that will train you how to run specific ads on Instagram, Facebook, Google Ads to generate leads of people anywhere in the world. And so there is the one income stream where you could work from home completely and just be that conduit, connecting someone who wants to sell to the local agent there, someone who wants to buy to the local agent there. And so that's the referral income stream potential. And then the fourth one is profit share. And profit share is just a referral system for people. So my background at Alaska Airlines, when I used to work there, if I convinced you that that was the place to work because of great benefits and amazing people, I got $200 bonus every time someone joined the company. Well, at Keller Williams, they've said, we're going to do the same. We have been voted happiest place to work all over the different Indeed platforms, job sites, because one, we've learned how to run our businesses like businesses, not just sales jobs. And when we love our jobs, then we tell our friends. And so there's an incentive program that through profit sharing, anytime I am the most influential person to then connect another human being to join a Keller Williams office anywhere in the world, there's an incentive for me, and it's called profit share. The owners of each individual franchised office within Keller Williams, and we have over 800 franchised offices all over North America, they literally share almost half their profits every month into this profit share pool. And the question is asked, who helped our company grow? And so there's the second opportunity where you can have a very work from home passive income opportunity where you can just be that person, that conduit, again, connecting someone anywhere in the world to be able to join Keller Williams. And one of them is the coolest story is Damien. I know Damien because of Ciro. Ciro and Kathy are originally she's from Florida. They are now missionaries in Italy, and that's a whole other story. Through Facebook, we connect, right? And they just said, gosh, you've been such a blessing to our ministry. How could we bless you? And I said, well, if ever someone's talking about real estate, would you just pause the conversation and bring me into it? And that's what happened. I talked with Damien over the phone. We had a few interactions. He joined Keller Williams out of Florida. And so what happens is when Damien's out there selling homes, I'm getting a portion of the owner profit, not the commission earned that Damien worked hard for. The owner profit, the office's owner investor group chooses to share almost half of their profits with whoever helped join the company. And that's a mathematical equation, and I've got a follow-up video on that. So there's 4 income streams the day you join. And then all the technology and all the how-to, all the training, all the support, all the coaching that you need, we've got it. So all you have to do is show up. You have to show up like you have here with an open mind to say, I want to make sure that I'm creating multiple income streams for my family. Now, what's cool, very cool about the profit share portion is that even after you retire out of real estate or stop selling real estate, you've got a legacy to leave, because profit share continues after you vested with the company for 7 years. So you're with Keller Williams, building business, doing what you're doing. And then let's fast forward. You're like, I'm good. I'm ready to move on to my next venture, my next project. What's awesome about it is profit share continues to show up in your bank account every single month, and it's willable to your children's grandchildren's trust. So when we're talking about legacy, 2019, there was a woman who has been gone. So she passed away 17 years ago. Her trust earned over $400,000 in 2019 because of this program. And we have people who just have decided they don't even want to focus on local real estate at all. They've run squeeze pages, landing pages, ads on Craigslist and Indeed just to do this, just to have the conversation that we're having right now, because they know that when people join and they say, oh, I'm here because of Rebecca, it's going to benefit their legacy building opportunity. So those are the four income streams. So I want to show you real quick a little bit of the technology that we have access to as Keller Williams agents. So I'm going to go and share my Google Chrome, and wow, there's a lot going on my screen right now because of all these different platforms. So let me make sure. Okay, so can you guys see my screen right now? I'm going to my KW.
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
Yes.
So we're gonna go here. And this is behind the scenes of Keller Williams. So right here, if I go to education, one of the things we've been awarded for is our incredible training opportunities. This is very similar to YouTube, where if I want to go and look something up, I just click on the magnifying glass, and then I can go and search, like I want to search for scripts, and there's video tutorials, there's classes to take, how to connect through texting. Imagine it's a YouTube channel just for real estate agents, all about real estate agents and all the different strategies of how they can build their business. And then the other part is the referrals that I wanted to show you guys. So my referrals network currently has 4,288 agents in it, and I'm growing this daily. The way I do that is I go in and grow my network, and then I can say, okay, let's pretend that I've got a lot of friends that live in, let's say they live in San Diego. So I'm going to zoom in to San Diego on this interactive map. And then watch what's going to happen on the right-hand side of my screen. All of a sudden, all these blue dots appear on the screen, and these blue dots are human beings that are Keller Williams agents. And over here on the right-hand side, I can click in and I can look up Brian. So let's say Brian Kane. He is in La Jolla, California. He has sold 30 units total. 14 of them were listings, 16 of them were buyers. Here's his phone number and his email address. So if Marlon said, hey, Rebecca, La Jolla, who do you know? I can say, well, let me click in on Brian, and here's a little bit about his business. Let me call him. I'll interview and see if he would be a good fit to refer you to. Then I can click in. I can read a bio on him. I can see what areas he focuses in on. And so what's awesome is that you can actually, it's kind of a stalker tool, which I love. You can look up and see what agents, are doing. So like here, 11 listings sold, 17 buyer sides, maybe if you have a buyer referral, he would be the better fit. And so then you can just go and reach out and connect, and then that's the potential for real estate referrals. And so we make it easy. And this screen is also synced to my phone so that I can literally at a moment's notice look up and find someone anywhere that's selling real estate and see what their expertise. I can even go in and specialize. I can say, okay, I want to see a luxury agent only, filter the list. Here are the luxury specialists, add them to my network, connect with them and say, hey, Lisa, I don't have anything right now immediately today. However, when I do, I'd love to add you to my network. And so now you're making friends and you're connecting with people so that you can work on that specific division of your real estate business. And so that's how I think of it, is that I've got 4 divisions of my business, and every day I'm unemployed, every day. And I have to decide today, what activities am I going to do? So who am I going to call, text? What am I going to post within the sales division of my business? Who am I going to call, text, and connect with within the investment division of my business? Talking to investors, walking, right now we're limited in what we can do walking through properties, but looking online. I've been looking at duplexes and triplexes and fourplexes and watching to see what are things going for in particular neighborhoods and areas. And then in my referral business, who am I connecting with on Facebook? And I'm Damien out of Oklahoma, amazing woman. And we've connected, and she's my go-to for that particular area. And then Becky in Arizona, a lot of people from here in Gig Harbor area, they snowbird right to Arizona. So I connect with these different agents so that even in a month where maybe I didn't sell any homes here locally in the greater Seattle area, I still had a commission check that came in because it was a referral check. I still had income coming in from profit share because of Damien in Florida selling houses, he's still considered essential. And so even if, things are a little lean in my business this week right here, right now, I'm not fearful because I've got multiple income streams working for me. And so that's where when I hear people say, oh, I'm driving for Uber and I'm delivering pizzas and I'm selling candles, or, the side hustle jobs, which I think are amazing. I've done all the above. However, if you're really looking to work smarter, not harder, get your real estate license. It's $489 right now in the state of Washington. It's a self-paced course that you do online, and it's 90 clock hours that you have to complete. Once you are completed with your 90 clock hours, you take a real estate exam. That's the state exam. You have to get 70% to pass, and then they give you the slip of paper. Everyone, in my opinion, should do that. Not everyone should activate and fully go into a multiple listing membership, the National Association of Realtor membership, joining the office to hold open houses and write contracts. Not everyone should practice real estate. Everyone should have a real estate license though, because we have an option for referral only. For only $50 a year, you can go into the referral only status, where that's it, $50 a year. And anytime you hear of anyone talking about real estate, you refer them to a local agent, and you've literally still got those 3 income streams working for you, because you're not doing the local sales. You're going to do investments, you're going to do referrals, you're going to do profit share. So that's my message. Everyone should have their real estate license. Not everyone should practice real estate because of the power of referrals and because of the power of referring people to the right people to then be able to create multiple income streams. So I wanted to write down just a quick example of real life. So real life numbers. So let's just say that here in Seattle right now, you have your real estate license and someone refers you a buyer that wants to buy a home. The going rate right now for commission in our area can vary. I would say that it's anywhere from 2.5% to 3%. So let's say that it's 3%, so that's $9,000 of the commission that's being earned. So then you would put that 25% for the referral fee. So $9,000 times 25% is $2,250 for every single person that you potentially refer to a local agent. You're never even going to sell a house. You're never even going to write a contract. All you do is text or call and say, hey, you need to talk to so-and-so. And now all of a sudden you do that a couple times a month, and it's anywhere in North America, now all around the world. It's real money. And that was you maybe just posting something about real estate on Facebook, or just having conversations with people about real estate. All right, I'm going to stop talking. And now I want you guys to dissect and maybe ask me some deeper questions if maybe I've gone over anything a little bit too quick.
I have some questions specifically about referrals. So the first one is probably a fast one for you to answer. The referring people to an agent anywhere in the world, is that specifically a Keller Williams thing where they would have to be a Keller Williams agent in order for you to get that 25%?
No, that's a great question.
Okay.
So the question is, when you're doing referrals out of state or anywhere in the world, does it have to be with Keller Williams? Obviously, we prefer that it be Keller Williams. However, sometimes Keller Williams hasn't opened an office yet in that particular area. And so then I would go to another Coldwell Banker, Remax, Century 21, find another agent. And I've actually done that. I was a part of a real estate transaction on Grand Cayman Island, and it was a piece of vacant land. It was a part of an estate sale. They had a home in Everett, Washington to sell, and then they had this parcel number, and they said, is this even real? Is it real land? And I looked, there was no Keller Williams. I emailed and then I phoned a couple of agents. They verified, yes, that is a true piece of vacant land. And I said, great. Do you want to sell it? How much do you think it's worth? They told me, they sold it, and then I got a 25% referral fee for connecting and selling a piece of vacant land on Grand Cayman.
Very cool.
Good question.
Then I had one more question, if that's okay, about just if you're thinking about creating a referral business for yourself and you aren't an agent who's out there helping people buy and sell, so you're not necessarily kind of meeting people within the context of doing your regular business. What have you seen referral only agents do that have been particularly successful in terms of, like, do they set up websites and promote themselves as an agent and then just refer anything that comes through? Or like, what are some of the ways that people have gone about that you've seen that seem to be successful?
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen it where agents have set up websites and have created ways just to get leads, right? Just to start conversations with people about the opportunity. I think the most impactful has been partnering and leveraging with an agent. So for instance, we have partners that are not actively selling real estate. They've partnered with us. They like everything we post. They share everything we post. This kind of video, they're going to use my recording and use it and share it with all of their friends or family. They leverage me, right? They're literally leveraging the content and the information that I'm sharing and then using it to share with other people. And so, yeah, I think I've seen a bunch of different ways in which people have gone about it, and you can do it very, you don't have to spend a whole lot of money, and really you don't have to create a whole lot of anything. You can go and partner with someone who already is. Yeah, that's a good question. Anything else that comes to mind for you guys?
What are, oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just going to ask if there are, for each of these investments and referrals and profit share, are there Keller Williams specific classes or books that are related to each of those things that you would recommend that we all check out if we can, to learn a little bit more about them?
Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll drop a link for my Rebecca recommended reading list. Gary Keller found, his passion in partnering with Dave Jenks and Jay Papasan, right? So they wrote the book, The Millionaire Real Estate Agent. It's not about the money, it's about being the best you can be. And then they went on and wrote another book called Shift. And these are the tactics, how real estate agents and business owners tackle through tough times. And then he went on to write a few more books. And I would say one of my favorites is the yellow book. It's called Hold. And that's how you purchase property that's cash flowing, and the strategies. Then there's also the Millionaire Real Estate Investor book. And so we'll drop links of recommended reading. And then once you say like, okay, I'm in and I want in on this, there are specific group coaching calls that you can get on to really get into small accountability groups. Every single week, they have a call and they do accountability of how many calls you made, how many texts you sent, specific to growing your profit share division, or specific to your it's called Never Ending Referrals. And it's a great group coaching that you can subscribe to and be a member of, so that every single week you're having these conversations. And so for me, every Thursday at 7:30, like clockwork, I've got to be up, ready, and on the phone for my call with my coach. And especially over the last few days, it's easy to kind of almost to kind of go into like little bits of denial. And today she shared a video, and from that video, it was sharing how, we can't deny that we have fear. All of us have certain moments where we kind of, have fear that comes and tries to grip us. And it said, the video was talking about, don't ignore it and don't try to fight fear. Dance with it and ask questions and say, well, what if this happened? And then let's put a plan in place so that you can kind of talk through, the what ifs. And then you don't stay there forever, because I think that that's it, is sometimes that's where depression can set in. And then right now, especially if you're not doing this and seeing other people's faces and interacting with other human beings, people can start to get a little weird. And so it's important to be learning based and to do this, connect with other people. So what I'll do is I'll drop the link for the website that Erin and I have created, and a ton of content there in the blog for it, like as you are studying to get your real estate license. Erin blogged her way through the entire experience, and you'll find that on the blog. And so you'll find, how she set up her calendar to do the actual study work, how she prepared for the exam. And so we have Erin to thank for all of that incredible step-by-step content on the blog. And so we'll make sure to drop that in the link as well, so that you have those resources to check out. And then moving forward, you guys, my life's an open book. Ask me anything, any questions, anytime. You can Facebook message me, text me, call me, email me, whatever you want. And I want to be here to mentor, to cheer you on. And ultimately, I think for me, I want to influence and inspire those who want to be more purposeful about living out their life's mission. And so I really appreciate you being here and being open to possibilities. Any other questions before we jump off?
Yeah, I have a question. So let's say you pass the test and you have the license. Once you get the license, you have to go then talk to you so you can be added to the Keller Williams team as a referral. For example, let's say you go for referral part, but is there any extra training or something that is going to be provided by Keller Williams to be a good referral real estate agent, or
Yeah,
you will get
absolutely.
everything
So
you need
that's
with the
where,
license?
yeah, that's where it will be specifically through me. That's where I'm going to take all that I know and then share with you, and anything that's applicable to that, referral only portion, I'm happy to share. Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, just real quick, my question was just along those same lines, as far as, in more specifically, obviously in the section of, obviously, if becoming a Keller Williams real estate agent, what is the I guess cost to be an agent, obviously on a monthly basis or whatever, because I know I've heard that you have to pay for office spaces and different things like that, and different, obviously, training opportunities to continue your business.
Yeah, that's a great question. So the way that Keller Williams works is it's kind of similar to Subway, right? It's a franchise. So every particular location is its own individually owned and operated franchise. And so I can tell you what I've experienced out of the Keller Williams Puyallup office. However, what I will say is that the numbers are going to vary to the Tacoma, Federal Way, Covington, Greater Seattle offices. It's going to vary. What I would say, though, is if you fully activate your real estate license, the National Association of Realtor fees are going to be somewhere. This would be, I want to fully activate my license as a Keller Williams agent, would be somewhere between $600 and $700 a year. To be a member of the Northwest MLS, you have a $240 membership fee, which again, that's as of today's date, and that could be very different tomorrow. And that's paid twice a year. And then you have an agent bill, and other offices would call that the desk fee. It hovers right around $100, $110 a month, regardless if you sell homes or not. You're not required to have an office where you have to pay rent. So really, those are the only costs that you would be looking at. There's business cards in that, but really you can get that for less than $50. We've got a bunch of different discounts that we have access to as Keller Williams agents, because we're the #1 real estate company in the world, so we get a lot of discounts. So that would be if you're fully activating your license, you want to hold open houses, you want to write contracts, you want to be a full activated real estate agent. Okay. If you go into just the referral only, and that's all you want to do is referral only, it's actually not branded with Keller Williams. It's a separate company that our office created. It's called South Sound Referrals Only. It's $50 a year. And then every time you have a real estate transaction of any kind, it's a 5% fee. So if you have that 25%, 5% of that goes towards the South Sound Referrals fee. You don't pay your realtor dues. You do not pay to be a part of the membership of the Northwest MLS. So first step is start on your studies and start working that through. And then every single person is going to have a conversation with me, because there'll be individual kind of business plans that will help you put in place when the time is right.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, you guys, have a great rest of your day. And like I said, we'll drop some links for you. We're here to be a resource and help in any way we can. And thanks for being here to hear about the possibilities. Take care, okay?
Thanks,
Thank
Rebecca.
you.
All
Thank
right.
you. Appreciate it. Bye.
Bye.